Guys, welcome back to my tutorials, and in this tutorial I am going to be playing this game right here, so map settings.
Reach parking area, switching off.
Not the...
Hotel. Nana, 00000, roger. Good day. Reached parking area, switching off.
Come on, nice, good day.
Sierra, Quebec, 00000, roger. Good day. Reached parking area, switching off.
Good day.
Good day. Go ahead.
At parking. Information. Uniform. Read to copy.
You are cleared to Kilo Hotel Papa November via Golf Alpha Romeo Delta Yankee 1 Transition Bravo Echo Alpha Lima Echo 4,000 feet. Contact when ready to start.
Cleared to Kilo Hotel Papa November via Golf Alpha Romeo Delta Yankee 1 transition. Bravo Echo Alpha Lima Echo 4,000 feet. When ready to start.
Redback is correct.
Request taxi. Hotel Echo 30974. Taxi to Horn. 1 runway 07.
Ground. Request startup.
Startup approved. Report when ready to taxi.
Startup approved. Call you back when ready to taxi. Repeat to copy.
You are cleared to Kilo Hotel Papa November Via Golf Alpha Romeo Delta Yankee 1 Transition Bravo Echo Alpha Lima Echo 4,000 feet. Contact when ready to start.
Ground. Holding point runway. 07. Spoil light.
Contact tower on 120 decimal 950.
Spoilers. Roger. Tower. Good day. Point runway. 0.
We are now ready for takeoff. Please make sure your seat belts are fastened and all baggage is secured underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments.
Tower. Good day. Holding point runway. 07. Right. Ready for departure.
Wind 268 degrees. 5 knots. Clear for takeoff runway 07 right. Report leaving 3,000 feet.
Takeoff runway. 07. Right. Pull you back passing 3,000 feet.
Ready for departure. 6.
Yeah, that's why I don't like doing these kinds of flights, because my plane bounces and I crash for some reason. That's why I don't like to put them in my advanced flight planner. That's why I just like taking off from the runway and just landing on the runway and just having it just done with that. So yeah, but this is just an aircraft wheel. So yeah, I will probably still have like a flight in this video.
So 3, 2, 1, and scammer gets scammed, buddy. That's what you get. You're not getting another gun back.
Hello? Can you help me get out of here? Freeman, you fool! Oh my god! Shark pizza! Oh my goodness! Under arrest. Put your hands up. Under arrest.
Кому сказала нельзя? Морти! Морти!
What?
Why is it keep doing?
Really? No way.
야, 어딨니? 여기 있나? 여기 있나? 야!
This should be open because it's civil rights. One fish, one fur thing, some feathers, one kitty. Oh my goodness.
Hello, Mr. Munchkins man.
Hello, I am a Munchkins man.
Says the Mr. Munchkin man. The ends.
I'm enjoying this lovely mango.
The carry! The carry!
Reach parking area. Switching off.
Buddy, quit your yammering.
5 Zulu 0.
"2022 is a year that will go down in history as one of the most significant of the entire 21st century for many reasons. But one of the biggest reasons was that 2022 marked the very first time in more than 300 years that China ceased being the world's most populous country. According to official Chinese state data that was released this year, 2022 marked the first time in more than 60 years that the Chinese population actually recorded a decline. The first decline since the depths of the Great Chinese Famine back in 1960 and 61 that claimed the lives of tens of millions. In 2022, China's population decreased by around 850,000 people, and it is now primed to continue decreasing every single year for the next several decades more to come. A fact that will profoundly change and influence the kind of world that we all live in. After decades of time spent narrowing the gap, India finally officially emerged as the world's newest most populous country just a few months ago in April of 2023, a title that it will likely continue holding over China for the rest of the 21st century going forward, as the Indian population continues to grow while China's continues to shrink. In less than 40 years from now, by 2060, India's population is projected to further accelerate towards the 1.7 billion people mark, before finally stabilizing and contracting slightly by the end of the century. Meanwhile, China's first year of population decline in 2022 heralds only the beginning of a decades-long process in which the Chinese population will, historically speaking, begin rapidly declining. In less than 30 years from now, by 2050, China's population is very likely to lose somewhere between 100 and 200 million people from where it's at today. And by the end of the century in 2100, China's population may decline from the 1.41 billion it still is today to as few as only 800 million, representing what will be nothing less than the quickest population decline of any civilization in human history. By that point, the Chinese population may only be around half the size of India's end-of-century projected population of around 1.5 to 1.6 billion. Today, in 2023, the Chinese population still accounts for around 18% of the entire human population. And for centuries now, at least dating back to the 1700s, nearly 1 in 5 humans on the planet have consistently found themselves in China, a fact that has given every Chinese government for hundreds of years now a tremendous amount of influence in global affairs through sheer size. Just for the sake of context, there are more people alive in China right now than in all of Europe, North America, and Australia combined. But if the United Nations population projections for China hold to 2100, when China's population is expected to decline to as few as only 800 million, there might be a new world very soon in which the Chinese population entering into the 22nd century will only account for less than 8% of the worldwide human population. A fact that will significantly weaken China's demographic influence, clout, and say in global affairs like it has never seen before. But for Beijing, the future looks a lot worse than even this initially all suggests. While China's population enters into a long period of decline starting now, the population of China's primary geopolitical rival, the United States, is likely to only continue growing. The same UN population projections estimate that by the end of the 21st century, America's population will probably increase from the present to somewhere around 400 million, which by then will only be around half of China's 800 million. This will be a completely different reality than the one we have today, where China and America's populations are each in completely separate leagues, wherein China has roughly 4.25 times the population base of the United States, giving China a significant advantage in manpower fit for military service and available workers to labor in manufacturing and factory jobs. A by the end of the century, this massive demographic advantage that China currently enjoys over the United States today will almost certainly diminish significantly. And doubly so when you factor in the rest of America's military allies in NATO and key East Asian allies like Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, plus Australia. This American-led alliance structure already today in 2023 has a population of around 1 billion people living within it, which is about 70% of China's total population right now. In the event of a conflict between China and every single one of those countries today, China still holds all on its own the advantage in available manpower to pull from. Many countries in the American alliance network are facing steep population declines as well, like Japan, South Korea, Italy, and many others. But others, like the United States, Australia, Canada, and France, are continuing to grow, and are expected to keep growing, ultimately meaning that the US-led alliance network in North America, Europe, Oceania, and East Asia is likely to keep its combined population more or less consistent throughout the 21st century. And that means that at some point in the near-ish future, not too much after the year 2050, the American-led Western Alliance network will collectively begin approaching the total number of citizens and available manpower that China has under its control, tilting the demographic advantage over to Washington's side, in addition to Washington's pre-existing advantages in military technology, hardware, and finances. This realization that from now on, China's population base will be shrinking through the rest of the 21st century will have profound influences and impacts on both China and America's foreign policies and geopolitical events going forward, especially as the People's Republic weighs on its ability and ideal timescale to successfully conduct a military invasion of Taiwan. Beijing now realizes that its demographic window of opportunity to exact its desired changes upon the world order, like establishing firm political control over Taiwan, is limited and beginning to close shut. And it will almost certainly completely shut altogether by the early 2030s next decade, a fact that implies that if the People's Republic really is going to invade Taiwan, the best opportunity for them to do so will be either before that window closes shut for good or never at all. It suggests that a Chinese invasion of Taiwan will most likely happen within the next 8 years from when this video releases, or it will never happen at all. So how did China even get itself into this situation and what will be the world's fastest shrinking population, since it has been the world's most populous country for so long? Ever since the era of the Qing dynasty in China in the early 1700s, China has continually been the home of the world's largest population. But for a period of roughly 4 decades between 1911 and 1948, China faced significant internal and external crises and pressures that kept the population from growing.
Well, that's going to be the end of this YouTube video, and bye.